Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. It is Erev Shabbos Parshas Chayey Sarah. And I wanted to share an idea which I'm sure I've shared before, but it's such a beautiful and profound idea that it is definitely worthy of Chazara. Avraham Avinu is sending Eliezer out to find a shidduch for Yitzchak, and he makes him take a shul. We find this in Perach Avdallah Pasuk Gimel, Vashbiacha B'Hashem Elokei Hashemayim Elokei Haaretz, and he tells Eliezer, Lo tikach isha livni mibnos haknaani asher anochi yoshev bekirbo. Do not take a wife from my son Yitzchak from the Bnos Canaan, asher anochi yoshev bekirbo. For I live in Canaan. I live here in Canaan. So the Mefarshim are bothered. What exactly is the issue? Don't take a girl from Bnos HaKnaani, Asher Anochi Yoshev B'Kirbo. Those last four words are superfluous. Just don't take a girl from Bnos Canaan. Why does it have to say Asher Anochi Yoshev B'Kirbo? Moreover, one can ask, so what? He's going to go to Haran, out of town, take a girl from there. He's going to go to the house of Besuel, Lavan. What, they're such righteous people? Over here, Canaan may have been Ovdei Avodah Zarah, but they weren't Ovdei Avodah Zarah over there. What exactly is the difference? So the Kli Yakar has a very, very sharp comment, and he tells us that whoever Yitzchak was going to marry, she was going to have to undergo some kind of change. Rivka was going to have to change. She was going to have grown up in a house of pagans, of Avodah Zarah, of idol worship. And now she's going to join the family of Avraham Avinu. She's going to marry Yitzchak. Post Akeda and Ola Tamima, she was going to have to change, undergo a radical transformation. And Avram understood that if we take a local girl from down the block, from in the neighborhood, from the tribe, so then what's going to end up happening is she is going to, 2 blocks away, there's a great girl. She's going to join the family of Avraham, but she's going to be hanging out with the same friends. She's going to be going to her parents' house every other day, every other Shabbos, and she's still going to be ensconced and enveloped by her regular environment. She needs to change. To change, you have to uproot. You have to separate yourself. You have to distinguish yourself a little bit from your comfort zone, and then you can achieve meaningful change. And that is exactly what we're told. For example, the Rambam Hilchos Tshuva tells us that if a person wants to do tshuva, he should be gola himself. He should become exiled in order to reflect and to think. Rivka was going to have to be uprooted from the house of Lavan and the house of Besuel, join the home of Avram and Yitzchak in order to achieve the changes that had to be achieved in order to become one of the imahos. We find this other times as well. Lech lecha me'artzcha. Avram is given a mission. He's given a command, leave your homeland, leave your place in order to forge, go to the Aretz Asher Eka in order to forge a new identity. Moshe Rabbeinu has his first revelation in the Sneh, in the Midbar, away from civilization, away from society. Then he can reflect and think about what his next steps are, what his mission is. Klal Yisrael on a national level received their national revelation in Midbar, at Sinai, away from civilization, because oftentimes that's when real growth can happen, when we separate ourselves from everything around us. And that is, I think, one of the challenges we have in real growth. One of the reasons that boys come to Yeshiva, Mevaseret and others, and they achieve so much growth is because of that idea. They uproot themselves from their comfort zone, they move into a new locale, and they can think about life with a fresh set of eyes, a little bit differently. One of the challenges of today's world, when we have our cell phones and our smartphones, and so much is connecting us to everything around us, it doesn't allow us, it doesn't give us that freedom, that space to think and to disconnect in order to re-engage. And that is part of the challenge of modern man. And I think as we start to think about how we best can grow, sometimes it requires taking a step back, pulling back, reflecting now from a place where I'm not in the middle of everything, and like evaluating, where am I heading? What do I want? What are my goals? What am I all about? What are my values? And if you have the freedom to do that, that's when real growth can be achieved. That's what Rivka has to undergo. That's what Avraham Avinu, Lech lecha me'artzecha. Moshe Rabbeinu at the Sneh, even Yaakov Avinu, when he battles Sarah Shel Esav, he crosses the Nahar Yabok away from his family by himself, and now he has this midnight battle with Sarah Shel Esav, perhaps the innermost consciousness of his being. And he transforms himself from Yaakov to Yisrael. These are the unique challenges that we have, and perhaps one of the core lessons that we see from Rivka and Avram having Eliezer take that shvuah, that do not take a woman from Bnos HaKanani, Asher Anochi Yoshe B'Kirbo. Have a wonderful Shabbos Kodesh.